And Steve, this time we'll start with you. And I'm going to combine two questions. Marietta's ward system has evolved into a system where some wards routinely have no more than 100 people that vote in a city election. Does Marietta need to revamp its ward system? And another question I got is, what is your position on at-large wards in addition to regular wards?
Right now we have 7 wards that each one's elected within the city, and I think that's always a good question. Each ward is based on the number of people who live there, not just the number of people registered to vote, and then not the number of people to do it. So even if you don't vote, you have a right to be represented. I don't know how to shift it around where you can get more involvement out of 1 or 2 wards, and you have other wards that seem like they're fully maximizing voting. I think will always be a challenge. Trying to get the people engaged might also be another objective. As you look at the other cities in this county, we all, Smyrna and Marietta are very similar, but I wouldn't mind seeing 5 wards with 2 at large. That, if I could direct things to go, I would like to have 2 at large just to get the balance of the number of voters that are represented, but still keep 5 wards. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. And Bill?
The renters, we used to have 65% renters in this city, and it may have gone down some with the removal of clay homes and some of the other homes. But when we have a section oriented as 1 ward and somebody can get elected through that ward, that's really been the problem we've had with the city. And how do we solve that problem is a lot of issues. And Clay wrote an article, and it had to do with the at-large mayor, and also giving the mayor more power, which may have to go through the state legislation. It is a problem, and how it's going to be solved could be done with what Clay had mentioned, but it may very well be that we need to have more renters in different sections of the wards. And we tried to do that with Ward 6. Ward 6 has an arm that comes down, and there's been, I would say, some effort to try to distribute the renters in different areas. It's a tough question, and it's been on with us for a long time, so I hope we can get it solved.
Okay. And Chris?
I guess in any potential restructuring, my priority would be making sure that all Mariettans are represented equally. I feel like that's what our current system strives to do, despite maybe some of the fallacies where maybe some voting blocks don't come out in as large of numbers. I guess the potential problem I see with an at-large system is that over half of Marietta's voters come from west of Church Street and the Loop, basically West Marietta. And I guess I fear in that situation that West Marietta could essentially develop themselves a majority voting block where they not only control their ward seats, but they also control several at-large seats. And that's not, that kind of gets away from that equal representation ideal that I think that we strive for in our government, nationwide, and hopefully in our city as well. So that's the problem I potentially see with an at-large system, is just a majority taking over, and I really want to make sure that everyone feels like they're represented, regardless of whether they vote or not.
Okay, thank you. Okay.